Well, hello, my beautiful Aquarians. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your singles love reading for mid-December 2024 right through to mid-January 2025. I've already cleansed your space and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about, pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings and I will never reach out to you personally to offer one. Also, I will never ask you for money, e-gifts, or donations. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Aquarians, this is your singles love reading. I'm going to get your overarching energy first and then follow it with a Celtic cross just to see who is coming in towards you. So let us begin. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Aquarians? What do they need to know regarding their life right now? What path are they on? Can you please show them the way regarding their love life? Who is to come towards them? What are they meant to know at this time for their highest good? Can you please show them the way regarding their love life? Can you please highlight what they are going through at this moment in time? Okay, so we have the Empress energy, we have the Devil card there, we have the Temperance card, and we also have the Sun. Now, this indicates that you're going through a period of enlightenment, personal development, and growth. You're prioritizing your own self-love at this time, self-care as well. Now, this is not a gender-specific reading. The Empress energy indicates that you're trying to create a healthy space to allow love in. You offer unconditional love. You have such a beautiful heart. You have so much love to give. And some of you, because of that Devil card there, you may be feeling a little bit stuck in a rut, or you may feel, for some of you, not all of you, but some of you may feel chained to an experience from the past that has made you feel vulnerable when it comes to love. Now, this can present itself in just a general experience. It doesn't have to be to do with an ex. It can be that, something from your past haunts you and you have been trying to come to terms with it and cathartically let it go before you can fully empower yourself and allow love to come on in. For some of you, it can be insecurities. If someone ghosted you in the past, or if you were connected to a very toxic person who tried to break you down, this is a period of empowerment. Loving yourself in a healthier way, choosing healthier options, and knowing that you're brimming with potential to find a love that matches the love style that you offer, but also that you desire as well there. Now, of course, it is a card of creativity, so a lot of you may have launched yourself into projects, whether you're in a career or not, whether you're retired or not. This can be that you're, prioritizing your own needs at this time and really kind of connecting to romancing your life in some way, or kind of prioritizing the sensual side. Some of you may have felt like you've lain dormant for a while. It's almost like your passions, your libido, because the Devil card can represent that lusty side of yourself, has lain dormant because you're prioritizing other needs at this time. Now, for some of you, you may have dependents, for example, you may have children, so you may be, guiding them in life and deciding to kind of prioritize their growth at this time and almost put yourself on hold there. But I feel over the next coming weeks and months, there is a shift where you're going to have a little bit more free time. Believe it or not, for some of you, you're going to be like, no way. But I feel there is an opportunity. The universe is shifting something where you're going to be able to get out there, have a little bit more fun, connect to the wilder side of yourself there as well. Now, of course, not everyone out there has children, so this could be that you're focusing on your passion projects, you're nurturing yourself in a healthy way, but also this means that you are brimming with potential. You're having a glow up. People are attracted to you, to your knowledge, to your wisdom, and some of you, you may be a certain age, because the Empress energy indicates an age of establishment where, you are mature enough to know what you want and certainly what you do not want in a relationship, but you may feel that at a certain age, has love passed you by? But the answer is absolutely not. Love has not given up on you. I feel a lot of you based on priorities right now. Some of you may be a carer, for example, and you feel that you are giving yourself. It's not really sacrifice, because I feel, of course, you love what you do and you are, duty bound to helping someone you absolutely love. So it could be that you feel right now is not the right time to find love if you're in a certain circumstance, because the Devil card can represent a feeling of being stuck, but it is in the resistance position, which means a liberation point. You're going to kind of like extrapolate yourself out of this situation in order to find someone that you connect to on a deeper level. Now, for some of you, that Devil card and the Empress, it can represent that you've been in a period of shyness. Some of you may feel insecure, or you may feel that you haven't been fully happy with yourself, okay? Now, we all have parts of ourselves that perhaps it takes a little bit longer to love, okay? But I feel you are empowering yourself right now, and you're going to notice a lot of attention coming your way. And the person who is laid out for you as your soulmate, they are going to love all of you. Even the parts that took a little bit longer to love is what I'm being given there. Now, the Devil card, it can also indicate that some of you tend to attract someone who needs healing because you offer such unconditional love. So you may have had people in the past gravitate towards your light because you're a healer and you care. You have so much empathy. You offer nurturing and support. And these people, it's like you've been the lighthouse in their storm emotionally. So they see you as someone who is stable and secure and offers that love that they never had. People who perhaps even had abandonment issues, but they were not emotionally available to offer you the love that you truly desire. And they may have projected some toxicity upon you. They may have pushed you away because they could not love themselves. And remember, we cannot fully love another person unless we love ourselves first. And you've been busy prioritizing loving yourself a little bit harder over the last couple of months or even years, some of you decades maybe, because I feel like some of you have waited a long time. That Temperance card tells me there's been a wait. But I feel right now, you are disconnecting from the energy. Don't get me wrong, you're still very caring and loving and you offer unconditional love. But I feel like you've realized that you're not here to just be someone else's emotional crutch. You're here to be loved in a very passionate, intense way. And, you want the big love story. And I feel like you will find your big love story. Now, some of you, as I said, your passions or your libido has lain dormant because you've been prioritizing projects or just doing life, trying to survive this ride of life, shall we say. And I feel some of you have been feeling just a little bit stuck there. You may feel that circumstance has not presented you an opportunity to connect to someone on the level that you're at right now. Remember, we can only meet each other as deeply as we have met ourselves. And in that maturity and that wisdom, you will know that, okay? Now, I'm actually seeing in the water a huge owl, okay? And this owl is swooping down. I'm scrying at the same time as doing a reading. And this owl has like a little pearl of wisdom in its beak. So this can indicate that you've been in a period of deep knowledge, getting to know yourself on a more intimate level. And this is where this knowingness will highlight any red flags with anyone that you meet who is not right for you. And therefore, your inner compass will point you in the direction of the right person. But we're going to see who that is and when you may meet this person. But right now, I feel like you're prioritizing your own happiness. And some of you, not all of you, you're breaking habits or cycles of repeat. Sometimes in life, we can reach for the quick fix. We can, see a person who is alluring and we know that perhaps they're not so good for us, but they present this passionate, wild, lusty, in the moment, spontaneous kind of like thing. And then suddenly we catch feelings and we're like, oh. So I feel some of you are trying to break cycles of repeat or old habits, or if you tend to attract a certain person or certain people with certain habits, for example, I feel like you are eradicating that from your life right now. And some of you may have also struggled with addiction and you've been trying to prioritize your own needs in order to go through a very cathartic time and reach for healthier pursuits. So please take it as it resonates. This is a very deep, particular singles reading right now, but I feel right now some of you also are a little bit nervous about time. It may feel that time is running out, or you've had that little whisper that maybe you're not going to meet someone because time is going forward. But remember divine timing. You're about to meet someone. I feel there is a union and a unity between you and a person in your future. This is the future position, okay? And you have the Temperance card and you have the Sun. So the Sun is the most positive card in the deck. It means relationships flourishing. It means, you know, you finally seeing that you are a gift and that you are lovable. And the universe has laid out someone for you who is specific to your needs, because of course no one is perfect. We all have, you know, a light and a dark side of ourselves that we have to explore in this lifetime. But I feel someone who matches your soul song is going to be ushered into your life, okay? Now, for some of you, this person may be overseas, and there may be a distance, but I'll have to look at this. I mean, if you are online or on a chat forum or something like that, it could be that you meet someone like that. But if you are looking to meet someone organically, you know, out and about, I feel this person could be from overseas, or there's some aspect of travel. It could be that you meet this person and then they're about to go on a vacation, because there is a map here, and the way I'm seeing it is it's really highlighted. So it tells me that there's something connected to travel or overseas energy to this person, and I feel you're going to have a long-term relationship with this person. I mean, the tree indicates growth, the family tree. This person has the potential to join your family lineage, so therefore marriage could be on offer with this person. And also there is an energy of course, it's equilibrium, so it's a very peaceful relationship that has a lot of balance, and your heart is going to feel at peace finally that you've met the person that you're meant to be with. Now, we do have illumination, so this indicates a period of personal development that you've been going through, but also I feel with the Sun card energy, it tells me that this is a very joyous kind of time for you, where you know, you and this new person that you're about to meet, it's almost like you awaken each other further, even though you've gone through a very deep period of personal development. I feel this person, they raise you up, and there's just a warm, tingly feeling about being with this new person. But also, you know, the Sun card indicates, you know, a period of flourishing, the spotlight being on you for positivity, raw, passionate energy, and the end of a conflict or a cycle. It's also about driving out the old to embrace the new. So if you feel like you've had any attachments to past situations, whether it's a person or even doubt, for some of you, it could be insecurity, or, you know, sometimes, and don't shoot the messenger when I say this, but sometimes we all go through at some point a period of self-loathing. You know, we can look at ourselves and not feel fully confident in ourselves, or we can have met people who tried to dull our shine and put us into a little box of their expectation and rob us of that sparkle. And I know that I've had experiences like that in my past. So from firsthand experience, I can tell you that there are some difficult experiences that we could all go through at some point. We will all respond to them differently, and every situation is not the same. So I can empathize with anyone who's gone through something similar, but I cannot fully know how that person is feeling because I did not walk in their shoes. I walked in my own in that experience. But I feel this is a period of healing for you. And with that Sun energy, I feel there is a magnetism about you. And I feel you're going to notice a lot of eyes on you. Even if you walk down the sidewalk or, you know, in the mall, you're just going to notice that people are looking at you different. And I feel something inside of you is different. And you can feel it yourself, okay? And this sort of confidence is going to help you in terms of knowing that you deserve the best that love has to offer, and you're not going to settle for anything less than you truly deserve in a relationship, okay? Now let's get straight to your Celtic cross, because this is going to give me a little bit more information about the journey to meeting this person and whether you're going to meet someone in the next 6 weeks. At the moment, I see that, you know, you're prioritizing your personal development, trying to, you know, quieten the inner critic and recognize that everything happens in divine timing. There you go. You have the King of Cups, the highest love that love has to offer. King of Cups always represents someone who loves unconditionally. And some of you may have taken yourself out of the dating scene for a while, because I'm getting two energies here. One is you keep meeting people who are physically attracted to you or wanting the physical side, the lusty side. They love what they see and they want to connect to it, but not go any deeper. Surface level kind of like free-spirited, lusty energy. And you're looking for something a little bit deeper. As you mature, you want a companion as well as someone who is your partner. And I feel the other energy I've got is some of you are haunted by a past situation that, you know, if someone ever told you that perhaps that, especially if you were in a high-level commitment with someone and it broke down and disappointed you, broke your heart, this person may have even told you that, you know what, without me, you're nothing, and you will never, ever meet a person because, you know, I'm the person for you, or anything like that. If anyone ever told you that, that's them projecting their own insecurities and fears upon you. And it just meant they wanted to have control, okay, over you. It's almost like they were not mature enough to love you, and they couldn't possibly open up to the journey with you, but still they couldn't let anyone else have you either, okay? So if you've dealt with someone like that in the past, I feel like you're healing from that. That chapter is closed, and no one is ever going to treat you like that again, and you are lovable, and I feel that you are going to meet someone who loves you in the way that you want to be loved, okay? Now, I am actually being given this image in the water. It's so random, and it's definitely not going to resonate with everybody, okay? But I have to mention it because it's come out there. I'm being shown like a very nice kind of like establishment where people are sitting, you know, either having a meal or a drink, and it's like, you know, like the old-fashioned days where someone calls over the waiter, and as they're looking at you, they send over a drink to you. I'm just seeing that. It's like a movie, but I've never seen a movie with these people that I'm seeing in this vision right now. So they're not actors that I can call out as well known. So it may not be a movie, but I'm just seeing someone sending over a drink, saying, could you send that person over there a drink? My compliments, or something like that. So if you're someone who travels for business and you tend to, you know, go down to the bar and have a drink or a meal by yourself, or even if you're with friends, someone could send you over a drink. Random, I know. This is not going to resonate with everyone, but or it could indicate that you go to an event and someone sees you and wants to offer you a drink, or wants to oof, oh my gosh, there's a lot of kings here, okay? I've got to pull a card on this because this can represent that there's a lot of attention around you right now, and you are going to have to choose the person who's right for you, but also it represents that you're like at a higher vibe right now, which means, you know, that a person who knows what they want is heading in your direction. But I'll have to pull a card on it because right now I'm seeing like a group of people here, and you connecting to someone who is wildly passionate, but also someone who is stable, okay? Let me just quickly pull that card because I want to see, is the king element of this reading, are they all the same person, but different aspects of this person? It's like something that's developing could turn into love. It's going to be stable and passionate, or is it three people that you are meeting at this time? Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Aquarians? The Three Kings, I mean, this could also be a period. Okay, Page of Swords, these are people who are interested in you, is what I'm being given. New people that you've not met yet who are going to be interested in you. So it could be that you notice someone flirting with you, and then it kind of like goes nowhere. It's like flirtation. And then you're like, oh, I thought that was going to go somewhere, but it was just a conversation. We're just flirting. And then you meet another person, and they're a little bit more interested in you. Or then the third person comes along, and you're like, this is the one. Because the King of Wands often is someone who is very passionate and wants to create a home, isn't so serious, is someone who basically knows what they want, and it is your final card, so it could indicate that you're about to meet someone who's got very strong Aries in their chart. But let me just pull a card. Queen of Pentacles, Ten of Cups. Okay, so there's three people here is what I'm being given. Three indications of people attracted to you, okay? And my guides are giving me that the one that the universe is sending you, because this is the circumstances outside of yourself, okay? That is the King of Pentacles there. This is someone who is stable and true, a little bit serious at times, okay, is what I've got, but you really bring this person out of their shell. This person's quite private as well. They are very discerning about the company that they keep, okay? So when they meet you, they're not the sort of person to flirt with everybody in order to make you jealous or get you to notice them. They don't play games. This person, they basically say what they mean and they mean what they say, and that's very refreshing, okay? Very intense. I would also say that this person, because we do have a King and Queen of Pentacles, this is highlighting that this person is a perfect match for your energy, and you'll be truly happy with this person. So I would say the person you're about to meet, they do have strong Aries in their chart, but also Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. And I feel with that 10 of Cups, this is someone who you will settle down with. This is a marriage energy. 10 of Cups is you'll marry this person, okay, if you want. Not everybody wants marriage, of course. But I do see that there is an energy here of you meeting a couple of suitors or a couple of people who you're going to be talking to, or you're going to notice that they're interested in you. I mean, it could literally be that you're at a party or an event and you catch like two people like checking you out, and there's one person who's really bold and comes over and strikes up a conversation, and you're like, this is the one. You'll know. As soon as you meet this person, you'll know, okay? So I want you to be aware of that. Let's get to your cards. Your first card there is the Death card, and this means as an ending occurs, a new chapter begins. You're in a period of blossoming from the inside out, and I feel, as I said from the beginning, something in you has changed, and therefore the people that you draw into your life are going to be different. I feel like you're liberating yourself now in order to break cycles of repeat. You are changing your story, as it were. And I feel this is about you having confidence and loving yourself and realizing that your happiness is not tied up within another person. Happiness comes from within. So I feel a lot of you at this time, because when we close out years, because we're at the end of the year now, we tend to kind of look back and review. And I feel some of you may be looking at your last chapter, as it were, and really reviewing the past in order to forgive some aspects of it. Now, we do not just forgive in order to let someone off the hook. We forgive to lighten our own karmic loads. We can set ourselves free and not be burdened by what occurred in the past. We learn from it, very important. We must take the lesson with us, because it basically shapes who we are and how we conduct ourselves moving forward. And you may have had experiences in high-level commitments in the past that really broke you down or made you feel like completely stuck in a rut, and it knocked your confidence, and then you may have felt cautious going into new relationships. Some of you may have been out of the dating scene for a while, and you may feel a little bit uncertain about getting back out there, as it were, and you're not sure how it's going to go. But I feel you're organically going to meet the person you're meant to be with. But this card, it says, all change. There is a new beginning waiting for you to embrace. Now, we have the King of Cups. It's in the resistance position, which means you've kind of got it in the reverse and the upright. And this could indicate that you've loved and lost. You've offered someone your whole heart, and there was an expectation there, and it may not have been fulfilled, but you may be like closing out that chapter, learning the lesson from it. And sometimes it's really hard to let go. That's just human nature. And sometimes the body will actually send us memories of, you know, those experiences just to kind of like test us to see how we feel about it. And if we've still got a little trigger point, it means there's still a little bit of work to be done on that. So I see a lot of you kind of like reviewing trigger points as you close out the year and kind of like laying the past to bed, as it were. But as you can see with the King of Cups in the upright, it indicates that love has not forgotten you. It is not going to like ignore you or pass you by. What is meant for you will never pass you by. And it's like some of you may feel that the great love story, either that ship has sailed, or you may feel that you've been hesitant to get back into love because you feel that you've already had what you thought at one point was your great love story. So for example, some of you may be married, got divorced. Some of you may have been in a really passionate, intense love experience in the past and it just didn't work out and you're healing. And I'm sending you a huge hug out there, because to be that broken is very, very difficult to kind of like get back up from. And I see you got back up. So you're a very strong, empowered person. And you should actually give yourself credit for that. Also, some of you, there is this energy of forgiving yourself for if you have connected to someone in the past. You may have felt that you gave that person too many chances, and you may have felt that you wasted time. But remember, the lesson kept repeating because you were meant to learn the lesson. So it takes as long as it takes. And I feel a lot of you are trying to reconcile that within yourself there. But this card can indicate some of you have experienced someone who is emotionally manipulative in the past. But based on your experiences, some of you may also feel that love eventually leaves because of the experiences you've had. And it may have made you feel a little bit of fear or a little bit of caution around love, but the right person is going to walk by your side and they are not leaving. They are going to take the journey of life and love with you. So, you know, I feel this card always says that you have become so strong that, you know, when it comes to love, there's only one way to face it. It's like go big or go home. You know, some of you may have even thought, maybe I should just go for a safe bet, or maybe I should just go for someone who I know will never ever hurt me. Well, humans are complex, and if we choose something that is not in alignment with our heart will always yearn for the thing that we want until we close that chapter or heal from it. So I feel right now you're taking ownership of your circumstances and acknowledging that you are lovable. You have the highest love of love to offer, and you deserve a person who matches your energy. So this card can represent that, you know, you've put dating or the dating scene on hold. You've just been prioritizing other things right now, and things have lain dormant for a little while, but you're reigniting that lust for life. You're reconnecting to your passionate side, and I feel like this is about being ready for love, that you've created a space where you want healthy love to come on in, and you want the big love story. You know, what's the point in launching something that's a safe bet, okay? So, you know, love is passionate, it's raw, it's all-consuming, but we must not lose ourselves in it. We must remember, because sometimes we're given this kind of like Hollywood kind of like dream that we're searching for our other half, and that somehow implies that we're kind of missing somewhere. You know, half of us is missing, and we're constantly searching for something that is outside of ourselves when everything you need is actually within yourself. And the person who is going to love you exactly the way that you want to be loved is an extension of your life. It is someone who is a welcome addition to the life that you've built for yourself. So I feel a lot of you are maturing in that knowledge right now. And that King of Cups, it's like this energy of, should I, you know, open up to love, or should I just focus on my projects? Is it safe to love? You know, and I feel, yes, it is safe to love. And I feel like you're going to notice a lot of people like checking you out over the next coming weeks or months. I mean, it's no accident that on the earthly plane, this is the earthly plane position there. The Seven of Wands is an indication that you're breaking free from something that has held you back. It can indicate that you've been in a period of protection, you know, because the Seven of Wands, as you can see, this figure is representing as a strong man. And again, this is not a gender specific reading, but the experiences of this person are etched on their body. You know, you're not going to forget some of the difficult things you've experienced, but you're also not going to let it get in the way of you truly being happy. You're empowering yourself and you're setting yourself free. And if this card means that you're going to go to that event that's called to you, maybe, you know, some of you may go solo to like a festival, or you may actually go to a marketplace or a community event. I feel there's an energy of integration about you. I feel this is about you really doing things that set your soul on fire. I mean, the Seven of Wands literally means you're not giving up on love, even though you can't see it around you right now and you feel that, you know, things have been challenging. You may have found that actually there's no one out there who's engaging you in the way where you feel a spark with them, and it can feel like, you know, there's a deficiency or a lack where you're at right now. But this card indicates that you're coming out of a period of feeling stifled or stuck, and you are going to set yourself free, but also set yourself free from the past. And this is you at your personal best right now, okay? You cannot be better than you are right now, okay? Because you are a gift. And I feel this is about you loving all that you are. And when you meet this new person, you're going to know that this person loves you all that you are right now as well. You can't be Aquarius in the past, and you can't be Aquarius in the future. If we're always longing and looking to the future, and we feel that we're not happy with ourselves in this moment, and in the future we'll do something, it will be a cycle of repeat in the future. You know, tomorrow, they always say, well, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. Well, tomorrow, the word tomorrow, it never comes because it will always be tomorrow. So this is about taking ownership. You have the strength and the courage to be your wonderful, authentic self. Love yourself as you are and shine that beautiful light of yours, and you are going to be noticed. In fact, all the scars and difficulties of life, they are your story. This is about you owning your story, and there is beauty in that. There's perfection in that. And I feel this is about you, opening yourself up to who you are. And the right person, I feel they've actually gone through something similar to you, and I feel there is a connection there. So, don't hide your wonderful, authentic, wild, and wacky self, because there is someone out there who loves what you are and what you stand for, okay? Now, the past position, we've got the Moon card, which can represent some fears, okay? It can indicate that you are cathartically getting over something that made you feel like you didn't know where you stood. And whether that's a relationship or whether that's an experience, it can indicate there are trust issues regarding love or feeling vulnerable when it comes to opening up that intimate side of yourself. You know, the Moon card can also be dreamy. It's like the romanticism. Sometimes you may have met people who fall in love with the idea of love, but when they are called to step up and love, they feel they're lacking because they haven't done the inner work. They feel emotionally unavailable to offer you the depth that you have experienced in your life. Remember, you are a deeply reflective person. I feel this is also about you tapping into your intuition, your instincts. Can you extend your reach, or how can you do different things so you can experience different people? So please apply it to your situation. May not resonate with everyone there with that Moon energy. But I definitely see here that you're romancing your life a little bit more and wanting to get out of your comfort zone, trusting your instincts, knowing that the inner compass will guide you to the person that you've always been meant to be with. And I do see that this is you being aware that, you know, you want more romance in your life. The Moon can represent romance, but it can also represent the tides, the ebb and flow, you know, cathartically letting go of things that are not meant for you, and also embracing that you need to nourish yourself. You know, water is a purifier, but it's also a cathartic energy where it will rehydrate us. It will give us life. So if you feel that, you know, you've been thirsty in the desert and there's been nobody about in terms of someone that really sparks your attention when it comes to love, then I feel like you won't be thirsty for long. I feel like you are about to get a lot of people interested in you. And I feel the only option then is who has your heart, okay? Now we have the Ten of Swords. It is the potential position. Now this indicates the end of something that was truly difficult, or something that's been playing on your mind or haunting you from the past. And it can be outside influences. You know, it can be that, you know, an experience from like 10 years ago where someone said something about the way you look kind of like weighs heavy on your mind. And when you're about to meet a new person, or you've just met someone and you think, I really am attracted to that person, that comment from like 10 years ago could suddenly raise its head and say, remember me, you know, I'm going to really try and mess with your security, your sense of fulfillment, and I'm going to knock your confidence. It could also be that experiences with certain relationships in the past make you feel anxious, and it can also indicate that you're trying to quieten the inner critic at this time. You know, this card, it is a Ten of Swords, which means right now, you know, your dating life, you may feel there's no one out there, so the only way is up. The only way is a new beginning. The Ten of Swords is where it stops. So I definitely see here that you're opening yourself up to that new chapter. The Ten of Swords and the Death card represents the new chapter. And I feel some of you are going to get like lots of invitations to events, or you're going to have something that calls you to go to it. But I feel there is another event on the same day. And you may have to choose between a sense of duty, going to something, or something that truly interests your heart. Of course, we should always, you know, be mindful of duty. But if you can do the two, then I would definitely advise doing the two. But if you cannot do the two, I'm being given an energy of following your heart, okay? Not in a selfish way. I feel you need to be fulfilled. And once you are fulfilled inside, then that is when everything starts to flow out, and you can actually help other people by your fulfillment. So I feel if you're running from an empty cup, you know, and you are completely like exhausted and fed up and just like always on autopilot and always doing what you feel is right for other people, you know, don't change that about yourself, but do have balance where you do not neglect your own needs, okay? Now, what do we have in the near future? We got the Chariot card. So this can indicate some of you, there is this aspect of travel. So either you're going on a vacation, whether it's for work or whether it's for a holiday or whether it's seasonal and you want to see your friends and your family. I feel there is a strong element here of you meeting someone traveling, or this is someone who has traveled to your neighborhood. There's an energy here of travel. But also, I feel there is an energy that if you meet this new person, because I feel that you are going to meet this new person, it could be that they have a vacation booked or you do, and even though you spark up an attraction between each other, there may be just a little bit of a pause before you can actually explore it fully. So just watch out for that. But also the Chariot card, it indicates passion. It indicates drive, dedication, and commitment. So I feel a lot of you are looking at your commitments right now and seeing where you do too much of one thing and where you could create space to get out there and meet new people. And I feel something that's been very slow, because of course we've got the snail there, is going to get a little bit quicker. But again, the Chariot card is like a gravitational card. And what I mean by that is, like, do you take a left or a right? Do you choose this person or this person? It means you have options. So I feel that you're going to have to make a major decision over the next coming weeks regarding who really sparks your attention, okay, and who you can see yourself settling down with. Because of course we can meet people and fall madly in love with that person, and they could fall madly in love with you. But if they're not wanting the same things in a relationship, then there is a slight misalignment in the relationship. So if you want children, for example, and your partner doesn't, you know, this may be a conversation for the future, but what if they decide that they never want children and they don't really want to change their mind on that? We have to take a person at face value, what they want and need in that moment. And if they are articulating their needs in that moment, we must take it at face value that that is their truth in this moment. Now, of course, it's all our prerogative to change our minds, but you cannot bank on your future hoping someone will change their mind on something that is a deal breaker in a relationship for you. Because if that time doesn't come, then you've given the best years of your life to something that will not come to fruition, because that person may never change their mind, and vice versa. Okay, we should always take someone as they are and not what we idolize them to be or want them to be or hope that they will be in the future. Okay. Now, your advice to yourself in this moment is to go to more invitations, to go out there, to spend time integrating yourself. So for some of you, there's an invitation either, you know, that you've already received and you're contemplating whether you should go to it. It could be something you travel to. It could be something for next year as well, because the travel card is highlighted for the next 6 weeks. So either you are traveling somewhere or you're booking something that you've been invited to, and this is something you're really looking forward to. And wherever this is a strong potential for you to meet this person, either whilst you're in transit, going to the place that you want to end up as a destination, or it could be that you're invited, like an impromptu invite from a friend or a drink somewhere. I just realized that there are drinks because that image earlier of someone sending over a drink. So it could be that you are like having a meal with friends in a restaurant and someone at another table says, hey, could you send that Aquarius a drink there? My compliments. Like, you know, there's something really chivalrous and traditional about this person, the way they conduct themselves. But I feel with that Six of Pentacles, the meaning behind this actual card is an unexpected moment from the universe or an unexpected surprise. So the universe is paying close attention to you right now and wants to put you in a position to go on a date with a person, right? This is a date card. So I feel if you haven't met someone already, I mean, some of you, you may be talking to someone right now and you may be feeling that it's kind of like a little bit wishy-washy, like they're kind of in, but they're also kind of out. And if you've been experiencing this for like a couple of months, I would say if you're questioning it, that's always your answer right there, because the right person is never going to give you anything to make you feel uncertain about their decision to be with you. You know, the right person is always going to show you with action and words that they want to know you. They're going to be really excited and enthusiastic, and they're going to be wanting to connect with you and hang out with you. And if they're not showing that, I mean, we all get busy, right? But not too busy to connect on a like quick text or a phone call, or, you know, because when you're connecting with a person for a relationship, this is your future. This is something you want to invest in. You're not just going to give it like half your time. This is like a big deal. So if you are connecting to someone, even if you're talking to someone online and just they're online sometimes and then, you know, not, of course, they could be busy with jobs, or if they have children, for example, and they've told you about their life, you know, factor all those things in. But if you're going for like days and weeks without any communication and they're like popping in to say, I miss you, I would say you just need to be a little bit careful of that, okay? Of course, things can change, but make sure you value your time and your energy. But I feel the right person that you're about to meet, there's reciprocity here. And one of the lessons you've been learning is all about reciprocity, okay? Now, this is the circumstances outside yourself. This is the person that the universe is sending you to settle down with, okay? So I really feel this is someone who has a lot of respect. This is someone who raises you up. This is someone who basically is steady and secure. I feel with this person, they're serious about getting to know you. This person may also be a business owner, but that's beside the by. I feel, this person, they've established themselves in life. They may also be a little bit well-known in the community or well-known in their industry. Even if you're retired, this person may also be retired and they were just really well-known for what they did or really well-respected, and they did really well for themselves so far. So please apply it to your situation. But the King of Pentacles there indicates that this person, whilst they present themselves to the world as being someone who's very serious, someone who knows what they want, they do not waste anybody's time, there's also a vulnerability about this person, okay? And a watchfulness about this person, and they don't allow everyone to see that side of themselves, only their inner circle. And I feel this person, they have a very close-knit friendship with people, and they like the finer things in life, but also I get an energy that they reserve their private side for the people they truly love, like their family. This person's very family oriented. This person, they don't allow outside influences to kind of decide for them who they love. So if you have had outside influences with other people, for example, if you were in a high-level commitment in the past and their family tried to get involved in the relationship and there was a lot of drama there, this person is like, I am my own person and I make my own decisions and I follow my heart. So they're not going to let any outside influences get in the way of true love. And we've already pulled that Queen of Pentacles there, which means it's highlighting that this person that the universe wants to send, because this means unexpected surprise from the universe. So you're going to be dating someone, or at least going on a date with someone very, very soon there. And, this is the person, okay? And you will see that they are meant for you. And, thanks so much. I'm so grateful. I mean, the measure of a date is never who pays for the date, right? But my guide just said this person will pay for the first date. So, again, this is not gender specific, but I feel this person will offer to pay for the first date. And again, it's not who pays for the date. Reciprocity is the key. I feel both of you may actually end up, saying, no, I'll get it. Or how about we go Dutch and we half-half. So there may be a conversation about that on your first date. But this person, and they have that insistence of wanting to pay as well, I feel it's highlighting that they really value you and they want to treat you. So there's something about that. Anyway, I'll move away from that because it's, a little bit separate from the energy. The Sun card is your hope and fear position. This is a card of allowing yourself to be seen and, being truly happy. And I even get this energy of course, you want a high-level commitment where a person makes an effort, someone who, helps you shine your wonderful light. But you're doing that all by yourself. You're very self-sufficient. You want someone who walks by your side and is strong enough to walk by your side, but also someone who's got the magic, and I feel like you are about to meet that person. The reverse energy, you'd hate to meet someone who's selfish or egotistical or someone who always talks about themselves, for example. And I feel for some of you, there is a lament or sadness that you have been getting over, whether it's that you've been single your whole life and you're just giving up on love, or you've given up. And I mean, this card tells me you haven't quite given up. There's still a little bit of hope there, but I feel some of you may be like, unless I see it, I won't believe it, really. And for some of you, it could be that you're healing from previous experiences, and I feel like it's hard to let go. It really is. And sometimes we feel like we've gotten over something, and our body or our mind will remind us of a time, and we're like, oh, I thought I was over that. Why am I thinking about that? It's a little test to see how you feel about it. And I feel like you're passing the test. So this is an indication you truly want to be happy, and you will be. Now, your last card there is the King of Wands, and I'm getting two energies from this card because These are stages. I've already clarified the three kings. I mean, this could also be a time frame indication. Now, my readings are not religious, but it could be some sort of like three king event, you know, that gives you a timeline of where you may meet a person. It's highlighted for a reason. I mean, it could even be like a movie. I think there is a movie called The Three Kings. So maybe this person may look like someone in that movie. I don't even know that movie, so I can't really tell you. I think I probably saw it about like a million years ago. I can't even tell you if there's even like a scene in there of someone sending over a drink. There may be, I don't know. I have to watch that again at some point. But the King of Wands energy is like to take action, to influence your circumstances. But I also feel this is about you rediscovering that magic and that lust for life and aligning yourself with what you want in life, having the confidence to know that you deserve love and that you are lovable, and being in a state of attraction, because this is a card of magnetism, okay? But I also feel this represents someone who's on a king level. And again, I know king often represents masculine energy, but this is not, you know, a gender-specific reading. I feel you're vibing at a frequency where it is the Empress, which means you are learning to love yourself in a different way now. And, you know, the King energy is someone who's established, who basically takes responsibility for their life. They've gone through a lot and they are not allowing life to dull their shine. Someone who's equally attractive as you, someone who is, you know, perfectly partnered with you as a pair. And I feel that, you know, this is the person that you're going to meet. It's really connected to something that you're passionate about. So whether you're passionate about bonsai trees, right? And there's a bonsai tree festival somewhere. I know that's random, but that's something that just came to me. I didn't see it in the water. I want you to be aware of it. Whatever it is that you're passionate about, whatever your niche is, I feel like this is you going to things that bring you infinite joy. And through that, you will meet a person. Even if your friend invites you to an event that they know you'll like, it could be that. So again, please apply it to your situation. Now we've got the Hermit there, which means you're in a period of self-analysis, that you are reflecting, you're in a single energy. Six of Swords means you're being guided. You've passed a lot of tests, you've moved on from the past, and you know, sometimes the past, you know, it shapes who we are, but the Six of Swords is a future card, which means, you know, the future may feel uncertain, but you're actually being guided towards someone who is meant for you. The fact that you've got the Death card and the Six of Swords, it means you're transitioning towards something better. And for some of you, it could be that you're relocating. It could be that you're discovering new lands or discovering something a little bit different. But I definitely see that, you know, you're about to meet someone who brings you a lot of joy. We've got the Queen of Swords there, so turning the back to the past, being organized, accepting invitations. Queen of Swords is also someone who's super self-sufficient. We've got the Strength card there. Bold and daring, you know, you're quietening the inner critic there, and I feel this is a period of self-love. And of course, the Six of Wands is allow yourself to be seen, and I feel like all eyes are going to be on you in the next 6 weeks. I mean, people look at you normally, but you may not notice it, but you're going to notice it in the next coming weeks. And I feel there are 3 people, you know, you're going to notice. It could be tomorrow that you see one person checking you out. The next day, you may see another person who actually comes up to you and asks for your cell phone number. And the third day, you may meet someone who's like, oh my gosh, I know this person is the one. So please apply it to your situation. But it could also be that you go to an event and you think, oh, that person's nice. And then you see another person checking you out. That's number 2, because you've already thought the first person was really nice. And then the third person actually approaches you and strikes up a conversation. So yeah, definitely apply it to your situation. Now, I'm hearing a song, and this song, I feel like it's come up before because it feels so familiar, but I can't tell you. And if anything does come up a second time, it normally means that the same message applies, right? It's a song by Pete Rodriguez, but I always think it's like Buena Vista Social Club, but it's not. It's Pete Rodriguez, and it's like, I like it like that. It's like, you know, it's either like boogaloo or like some sort of samba. It's like really like beautiful, kind of like sensual music. And some of you, this could be something that you're going to, or you're going to hear that song. I like it like that. So maybe this is about you articulating your needs in a healthy way when you meet this person. So listen out for that song, because I feel it is something that you're going to hear, and it highlights like a signpost that you're about to meet the one, okay? Now, we do have Nightmare. So some of you, as I mentioned earlier, haunted by the past. Ten of Swords is a difficult card, and it can indicate ghosts of the past preying on our mind. Okay, and it says here, don't let fear rob you of your power. Haunted fear challenges courage. So even with another deck, it's highlighted here for you of your experiences and what you've been going through. Autumn Moon, your planted seeds are ready to harvest. Plenty, abundance, ripe, and release. So releasing in order to create space for new love to come on in and a path being made clear. No more obstacles when it comes to love. We've also got Dark Side. That Devil card can indicate you've been exploring your fears or toxicities or patterns of repeat, breaking old habits. We must shed what is old and familiar to welcome in something new. So I feel here it says, be wary of toxic people and situations. That's what your Devil card was all about. And we've got toxic, sabotage, negative, and bad talk. You know, back in the day when I'd go on a date, you know, someone would say, oh, you know, my ex did this and my ex did that and they were this and I really hate them. And I'm like, whoa, this is a lot. This person still loves, they still care, they're still hurt, and this person needs to heal. So it was always a measure. You know, if you're hating on someone from your past, someone that you used to love, I get it. It's natural. It's human. We have to go through stages of grief, anger, fury, and sadness, and lament, and letting go. We have to go through those stages. It's nature. It's something that the human body just does, and the psyche as well, when it comes to detachment. But if someone is still holding on to something from the past and is openly kind of discussing it in you know, a date kind of setting, this is a measure that this person is still stuck in a part of their life that they're finding it really difficult and challenging to get out of. Now, we can all like go on a date and someone can talk about an ex, you know, say, oh, I had this experience with this ex and this happened. And it can be a very measured kind of thing. Okay, and because we have a past, we have a story, and we own our story. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about someone who's like really like not over stuff. So, you know, these three people that are here, one of them may even have a conversation with you and talk about someone like that. And you'd be like, okay, this person, they're lovely, but they're just not healed. And we just got to let that one go. That's number one. And, you know, so please, again, apply it to your situation. Then we have Sky God, okay? And this card, it says here, the time is now to put things into action. Masculine energy, assertiveness, boundaries. So putting up those boundaries, taking action, doing something that you're passionate about, reigniting that sparkle in your life is actually going to allow yourself to be seen by the right person, and there is love there. Are you going to meet this person in the next 6 weeks? I feel some of you are booking something or invited to something that you'll attend, and you may actually encounter this person, but I don't see the high level commitment aspect of it in the next 6 weeks. So it could be, as I said, you meet someone and there's a bit of a pause, and then it starts up a little bit more fully in 2025. So that is what I'm getting. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide? Okay. So we have the books, okay? Now the books represent knowledge, but also closing out the chapter. And of course, writing the next chapter of your life. Remember, you're holding the pen. Don't be a side story in your life. You are the hero or the heroine. So this is about putting your own needs first in a really healthy way. And it's about, you know, acknowledging that we all learn lessons, and these are to be referred to when we need to. And you've also got a mushroom. You know, growth happens in the dark. So if you've been going through a really difficult period, I definitely see there that, you know, you're coming out the other side. But also, mushrooms can represent toxicity. Be aware of toxic cycles, or, you know, we can all have actual toxic cycles as well. I mean, when I was heartbroken by someone else in the past many years ago, I, you know, went pretty much straight into another relationship. And of course, I was, you know, unhealed, and I was very immature, and I didn't realize that I was taking all that baggage from that past relationship right into the new one. And, you know, all the suspicions or sadness or fear that I had that had been triggered by, you know, very chaotic and toxic relationship before, I now had it in a new relationship with someone who was getting to know me, and I was getting to know them, and they'd never done any of the things that a past relationship had done. But unfortunately, I let my fears and my sadness and all of that bleed all over the relationship and destroyed it. And, you know, it was something that I had to learn from. And we all go through that. Okay, we all have different experiences, but at some point we experience very similar things. So if you've been going through that, I feel like, almost like give yourself a pat on the back that you've actually acknowledged you needed to step back from love, not rush into something else to fill the void, and really like own your energy and take the time to get to know yourself and what you want in a relationship and leave the past behind. Close that chapter so you can have a fresh new start. And that's what I see here in your relationship reading. Okay, so I'll leave it there, my beautiful Aquarians. Thank you so much for your time and your love and light.